Man, this Cleveland media, man, they in a turmoil, man. They in a media crisis. Cleveland media is in a chaos right now. We've heard all the narratives out there. We've heard what head coach Todd Monken has to say about his two quarterbacks that are now competing for the starting job. Todd Monken also came out and said he got two NFL starting quarterbacks on his roster. We done heard everything about Brendan Sorsby. We heard that narrative, but Roger Goodell put that to bed when he's not having no supplemental draft. We done heard the Cleveland media go back and forth at each other. We done heard the Cleveland media crash out on each other. We didn't heard the Cleveland media take shots at each other. They're in a total chaos right now. And I'm going to tell you why right after this.
What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
I'm simply ball dropping, simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man, I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Nah.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. It's my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your top picks. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping our definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
Well, guys, man, we back. And we're going to tell you why. This Cleveland media is in a chaos. They're in a turmoil. And they're in a crisis. And you know why? It's all because of one man. And that's Shedeur Sanders. And probably you're going to say why you say that. Shedeur Sanders has caused an uproar in Cleveland because of the fact that he has progressed so much and all the attention is on him. And we heard what Todd Monken has said, that Shedeur Sanders has made strides. He's put in the work. He's done this in the offseason. He's getting to his progressions. He's getting the ball out quicker. His feet are more balanced. He's nimble. He's mobile. He's able to escape the pocket. And the quarterback competition is on. We didn't heard all the narratives from all the Cleveland media and these insiders. We heard the narrative that Mary Kay put out there. We've heard all the people talking inside of Berea. We heard, well, Shedeur Sanders got a gap to close over Deshaun Watson. And, you know, the media, they don't care for Deshaun Watson. They just don't like Shedeur Sanders. And they don't want to give Shedeur Sanders an opportunity. So now the media is in crisis with each other. Because when somebody says something, the next person says, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't make sense. Because we heard it loud and clear yesterday when Adam the Bull took a shot at Tony Rizzo and called him a buffoon. It's part of the Cleveland media personnel. And you're going back at it because of one man. And that one man, like I said, is Shedeur Sanders, because Shedeur Sanders is out there doing things that they said Shedeur Sanders couldn't do. Footage in OTAs proves that he's out there looking nice, throwing nice balls. And this is what the media is looking at every day. And they come into their sense like, hey, the crazy thing about it is he's looking nice. I mean, the evidence is right there for you. It's right there in front of your eyes. And that's why the media is crashing out, because Shedeur Sanders is making them crash out. and putting them in a crisis and putting them in a turmoil, because this man brings so much swag and so much posture and so much to Cleveland that they don't understand what's going on. This is the same thing when Deion Sanders went up to Colorado. Look what happened in Colorado. It was a media fiasco. Man, look at all the revenue Deion Sanders brought to Colorado, along with Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Shiloh Sanders, LeJohntay Wester, Xavier Weaver, all them guys. And this is the same thing that's going on in Cleveland. Shedeur is bringing that revenue, man. Shedeur is bringing a new culture, the new Cleveland, the new media. And this is what Todd Monken stated to you guys early when he took over the job about a culture. Shedeur Sanders is putting a lot of eyes on Cleveland Browns football. And the media don't understand that. And the media is crashing out over one another because Shedeur Sanders is putting that pressure on. And this is what they don't want to see when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. So they started advocating for Deshaun Watson. And they just been going back and forth in this whole situation. And this is what Shedeur Sanders is causing Cleveland media and these insiders to do. They had odds. They got their indifferences. You know, now it's like I've never seen a media outlet focus on one person for their entirety. And they've been focusing on Shedeur Sanders and trying to capitalize off Shedeur Sanders' name in the process. Because every time you turn around, ESPN Cleveland's talking about Shedeur Sanders in this quarterback situation. And then when you got people that are saying things that they don't agree with, they taking shots at each other. Y'all saw when Mary Kay came out with the report about, you know, people were telling her that Deshaun Watson got the inside track of being QB1. And then you heard what Tony Grossi had to say. I'm not hearing it from nobody, but this is my opinion that Deshaun Watson is ahead of Shedeur Sanders. That's a shot at Mary Kay because Mary Kay said she's heard it from inside sources. And then, you know, everybody started talking about it. We've heard what Shady McCoy said. He cited his source in Jerry Jeudy. Everybody's trying to figure out, is Jerry Jeudy the mole on the wall? Is he the one that's giving out information? We heard what Ocho said. And that caused a more ripple effect because Ocho is out there posing, you know, with photos with Jerry Jeudy. So everybody thinks that Jerry Jeudy is the one that's giving out information. He's the inside source. That caused the media to crash out. That caused Mary Kay to shoot back at Ocho, fire back at him, and respond to him. No beef, but just responding to him. But this is a ripple down effect all because of Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is putting the heat on this Cleveland media, and this Cleveland media is going back and forth with each other. This Cleveland media is in shambles. This Cleveland media doesn't know what to talk about. It's quiet out there, but they still want to talk about Shedeur Sanders in this quarterback competition. Who has the inside track? Todd Monken already told y'all, we going into training camp just like we left out of OTAs in minicamp. It's a quarterback competition. May the best man win. The media is crashing out and going back and forth with each other. That's the Cleveland media. Y'all going back and forth at each other. We even saw Ken Carman and Anthony Lima get into it over Shedeur Sanders. We didn't see the whole media circus over one guy, over Shedeur Sanders. It gets heated on these shows when they talk about it. It gets heated on UCSS, and G. Bush has to come on there and start frying and cooking and glazing people because they're going at each other over Shedeur Sanders. This is what kind of impact Shedeur Sanders has. Lance Reisland said it. Shedeur Sanders is impactful. This is what Shedeur Sanders brings to the table. And the media is not ready for it. The media in Cleveland does not want to win. They don't want to see Shedeur succeed. They don't want to give Shedeur a chance because they know Shedeur will get in there and do what he's supposed to do. We saw the small sample size in 7 games last year. We saw what he did on the last 2 games against divisional opponents in Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. He sent them packing. 2-game win streak going into the offseason. And we seen some of his performances. We seen the performance against the Las Vegas Raiders. First rookie quarterback for Cleveland since 2016 to win their first start. Then we saw what he did against the Tennessee Titans going up against the number 1 pick in Cam Ward, where he threw for over 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing, total of 4 touchdowns. But they don't want to talk about that. They just want to talk about Shedeur Sanders is not the guy. I don't know what it is about this Cleveland media that they don't want to see Shedeur Sanders have an opportunity. So this is what they do. They trying to do this train of anybody but Shedeur, and they slander him all the way through. And people hear that. That's why certain media outlets say what they say. And this is why us new media, New Cleveland, we do what we do. Because we keep receipts. Y'all know I keep receipts over here. Because they'll say one thing and then they'll try to backtrack. But Shedeur Sanders got eyes all over Cleveland that are watching and paying attention to this Cleveland media circus and this chaos and this turmoil and this crisis that the media is in. Let the media fight with each other over Shedeur Sanders. Let the Cleveland media go at each other's head. Cat fights. Let them do it. We've seen Rizzo crash out on Tony Grossi over Shedeur Sanders. Like I said, we've seen Mary Kay get into it with Rizzo over Shedeur Sanders. We've seen Ken Carman and Anthony Lima get into it over Shedeur Sanders. We've seen Bull and Jason Lloyd get into it over Shedeur Sanders. We've seen Jason Lloyd and Zach Taylor get into it over Shedeur Sanders. We've seen each other watch it unfold and crash out every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. We've seen Earl to Pearl go at Spencer German over Shedeur Sanders. That's the kind of impact Shedeur Sanders got. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all see it happening. Y'all still don't believe me? We see it every day. Y'all still don't believe me? We produce videos about it every day. Y'all still don't believe me? Get down in the comments section.
I see everyone in the comments section. #salute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you will know every time I drop a hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that will wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host, the man behind the mic, KSAP. Catch you on the next one.